Welcome back to Grizz Vision. We're here at the Nutter Center. Neil Rule here with men's basketball coach Greg Kampe and Camp. An opportunity for you guys tomorrow against Wright State. Tip time at 1 o'clock to turn a really good road win into a really good road weekend.
Yeah, and we're glad to be back on Grizz Vision pregame. You can thank me for that. I ditched it. We weren't doing it. And
Here we are.
Yeah, so we're back doing it. All right.
You got to dazzle. Hey, pressure's on. You got to dazzle now.
I can't dazzle. Look at this place. This has been a house of horrors for us since last time we won here. Kay Felder played for us. That's how long it's been since we've won here, and we haven't beaten them much. Yeah, I think Scott's first year here, we beat him twice, and then I don't know if we probably only beat him twice since. So, it's been a tough place for us to play. This weekend's been a tough weekend. We found a way to persevere and get a win the other night. Now we got to find a way to persevere and get a win tomorrow. Like I told them, I'll take a 1-point win. So that's all we're trying to do is be 1 point ahead after the game tomorrow.
And Camp, they're a dangerous opponent as well, and you saw that against Detroit Mercy down, I think, 18 points or something like that in the second half of that game. Their back was against the wall, and they fought back.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they've lost three home games, it's going to be tough for them to win the league championship. They can still do it because they're talented. They're trying to find their way defensively right now. I mean, we went through it a few years ago when we lost Cumberland and Norris. They're going through it this year when they weren't expecting to lose. I mean, I think their team this year would have been, maybe in our 10 years in the Horizon League, probably would have been the best Horizon League team that I had seen in those 10 years if Basili and Holden had stayed, and they left. And I haven't really talked to Scott about it, but I don't think he was I'm sure there was fear they would, but I don't think he was expecting them to. And, so you're never prepared for that. It's hard to recruit to that. They did, getting Amari Davis helped it, but could you imagine if they had gotten Amari Davis with those two, with Finke, with Calvin, and then those kids off the bench? I mean, this would have been a team that not only, might have gone undefeated in league play, they might have, gone to a Sweet 16 or something. And so they're trying to come back from that, and they're capable. They're capable of winning the league. They're capable of putting a 12-13 game win streak together. And the reason they're capable, Neil, is because they can score the ball, boy. They can score the ball, and they just. If we allow it to be a run fest like the Detroit game was last night, the team that has the last spurt's going to win the game. And last night they had the last spurt against Detroit. We can't allow that. The game's got to be, our last four opponents, Michigan State and the three league games, have all scored in the 60s. And we've got to keep Wright State in the 60s, and I don't think we can, but if we're going to win the game, we got to keep them in the 60s.
What about that? Coaching against Scott Nagy, this is going on a decade, two different leagues, everything like that. When you guys go up against each other as much as you guys have, are there any more tricks left up the sleeve? I mean, or are you guys kind of just what you are?
Well, I think each of us have evolved as coaches over the 15, 20 years that we've seen each other. And I think one of the reasons that he's had success, and maybe one of the reasons I've been able to survive, is that at our level, you have to adapt to your players. And, if I had a few of my teams from 7, 8, 10 years ago, the game tomorrow would be 110 to 105, and we would want that too. But we don't have that type of player this year. We thought we might, but the year has shown we don't. And so we've got to adapt. We've become a defensive-oriented team in the last couple of years, and they're an offensive-oriented team. His defense the last couple of years with a couple of his championship teams were stellar, and he was never known for being a defensive coach. He was very similar to me as being known as an offensive coach. So he adapted with what he could get at Wright State, and he's won a bunch of championships. And he's going to go down when he decides to retire, which I told him he should tomorrow. When he decides to retire, he's going to go down as one of the best coaches in the history of the game.
All right, Camp, as always, appreciate the time. Tip time tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the air on the radio side, on the Odyssey app, and 1270 The Bet AM as well at 1230. So thanks again, Coach.
Thanks,
Good
Nick.
to be back with you.
Yeah, we like this. And I know the people will too, because, They want to hear what stupid stuff I have to say before a game, right?
Absolutely. Thanks.